Well, I thought that was a great ball game tonight. Everything doesn't always go according to script, and obviously the biggest get from tonight was the performance by Jaden Hill. And when he got that second out of the first inning, I thought, well, there's an improvement from last week. Way to go, Jaden! But he was just tremendous tonight, and I only took him out because I just didn't want him to go beyond 100 pitches tonight. We got a big weekend next weekend. He's got a big start next Friday night against Mississippi State, and I just didn't want to totally empty his tank. He was disappointed I took him out, but he extended further than he ever has by going 6 2/3 innings. But I thought he was tremendous, and I told him after the game, and I told the whole team really, you look at the line score and it looks like he dominated, and he did for the most part. But he made some really key pitches at key times in the game. If you're a fan watching the game, you don't really think about it, but there was a couple times in the game where maybe he fell behind in the count, and if he walks the guy, it could be the makings of an inning for the other team. But he makes a big pitch, gets a strike in there, makes another pitch, he fouls it off, and the next batter flies out to center field, and he gets the leadoff hitter of the inning out, and he's able to cruise through the inning. Whereas had he walked the batter, now it creates turmoil for the inning. So, the great ones always have it. It seems that they always have that knack for making a big pitch at a key time in the game. And I thought that's what Jaden did tonight. And it was a big step forward for him. Very proud of that young man. We didn't hit the ball great tonight. Obviously, Cade Doughty had a big home run for us, but we did hit a few balls with guys in scoring position that were hit really hard. I can remember Dylan Cruz lining out to second base with a runner at second. Trey Morgan lining one in the left field corner, and their left fielder made a real nice catch with 2 outs when we had a runner in scoring position. So had a couple of balls fallen, maybe we would have scored a little bit more there early. But I thought Dugas with 2 strikes, putting that ball in play and then hustling to first base, was, we have a saying, luck is a residue of design. And had he struck out, nothing good would have happened there. But he put that ball in play and then hustled to first base and was able to beat the play out. And then the runner at second was hustling all the way. And Nolan Cain did a phenomenal job of coaching third base today by sending that runner. He made a great decision earlier by holding Trey Morgan up on the wild throw. So the third base coach gets criticized so much, and I just think Nolan did a great job tonight, made some key decisions. I thought Alan Dunn called a great game, calling the pitches for all the pitchers. And, it was a great ball game. They say if you watch baseball long enough, you'll see something every day that you haven't seen before. We saw something tonight that you'll probably won't see the rest of the year, and that was Trey Morgan dropping a throw. I'm sure that's the first time I've ever seen him drop a throw. Probably be the last time too. So anyway, I'm glad we found a way to win and put one in the win column for us tonight.
Coach, you talked about after the game, Oral Roberts on Sunday, the team's got to find a way to win close ball games.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be happy with how, they give up the run in the 8th inning and then they immediately bounce back. Is that what you were talking about? The ability to stay focused and bounce back immediately?
Well, and a key to, with the game got tied, but I think a key there too was Mikhail Hilliard getting the next batter out, keeping the game tied. When you fall behind, it puts a lot of pressure on the team. When you keep, even though we gave up the lead, keeping the game tied, allowed us to have some confidence going into the bottom of the inning. We didn't flinch. And then I think Dylan Cruz, falling behind 0-2 right away. He let off the game 0-2 and got a base hit. He went 0-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning there, and then got the base hit to get the inning started. I just think, the guys, when you win the close ones like that, especially after you gave up the lead and instead of hanging your head, you fought right back. I think that does a lot for the team's confidence going forward. And, when you win the close ones like that, I think the guys start to believe that they can win them. Every year I tell my teams, David, that your season will be defined by how you do in the close ball games, the 1 and 2 run games. If you win your share of them, you have a good season. If you lose the close ones, the season doesn't turn out, very positively. You were competitive, but being competitive is not what you're searching for. You're searching to have a special season. And in order to have a special season, you have to win the close ones.
Paul, you talked about yesterday wanting to see Jaden sort of mix his slider early, establish those kind of off-speed pitches. Did he do that the way you wanted him to tonight?
Thought he was tremendous. And that's what I was saying. Alan Dunn called a great game. Alan and I talked about him, the need to do that. And I thought Alan really established that right from the get-go. And I thought Texas San Antonio was a very aggressive team, just like Oral Roberts was. You can tell that they watched film on Jaden and, had a good scouting report on him, and they came out hunting fastballs right away. And Jaden started, dropping sliders and changeups in there at will right from the start. And you could tell that Jaden's confidence grew, and it gave him confidence in his fastball because he couldn't just sit on his fastball. So really the game plan was executed to perfection by Jaden and by Alan. And, you could just see Jaden's confidence growing with each pitch. Is that it?
Coach, have you ever seen, when's the last time you seen a game with a two-run fielder's choice?
Well, with 2 outs, again, Nolan Cain deserves so much credit there. He had the runner running hard all the way. And with 2 outs, you're always going to gamble. Many times what you'll see, David, is on a play where the throw is lengthy. That was a slow developing play because of it being a double play. But a lot of times an infielder will have a long throw, and you'll see a third base coach sending that runner from second base. A lot of times you'll see a bang bang play where the umpire may call him safe, or the throw's in the dirt, and a good third base coach will be sending that runner from second base, because with 2 outs, you're gambling, sending the runner to the plate instead of waiting for a two out base hit. And Nolan knows that. He knows the game of baseball, and that's a cardinal rule. You gamble with 2 outs, sending a runner to the plate. So he was sending the runner, I think it was Cade Doughty, all the way. And even if, the first baseman had reacted and thrown to the plate, maybe he would have been out. But with him not reacting quickly and throwing, it was an easy second run for us, with Dugas beating the play at first base. So I don't know that I don't remember the last time I've seen 2 runs scored, but I've seen plenty of times where a runner scores from second base on a play like that. Just good baseball on our part, good base running, good third base coaching.
Hustle too.
Good hustle is right. Okay. Thank y'all.
All right, y'all can start with questions for Jaden.
David from Rivals, how good did it just feel to bounce back, man?
Man, it felt good, having to go that entire week, not playing. But it felt good to be back out there. Today was a great game. I'm excited that we got the win.
What did you do different? What did you want to do different? And do you feel like you were able to execute those differences?
Right. I changed my preparation a little bit, on the things that I really need to focus on. And a thing that I need to focus on was adding that third pitch and being consistent with it throughout the entire game. And so I manipulated a few pitch grips, got something that felt comfortable with me, and I was able to execute it today.
Jaden, do you feel like you were, as you sort of like kept pitching that you got more and more comfortable the later you got in the game? It seemed like you were just settling in to a rhythm the longer you pitched.
Nah, you can never get comfortable. People can get misunderstood with it being UTSA, but that was a great hitting team. They were really aggressive in the box. They gave me a couple problems. They jumped on a couple fastballs. But no, man, I just know I had to compete. I knew that I wanted to go deep into the game, and in order to do that, I had to be at my best. And I feel like that's how I finished.
Hey, Jaden, it's Glenn here. It looked like, in that seventh inning, you didn't really want to come out for that final out. I mean, just talk a little bit about that conversation with Coach Mainieri and just kind of what he told you.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to come out. I wanted to finish that inning. But Coach came out there and told me, what the situation was, what it is coming in. And I have all faith in Aaron George. Aaron George is an unbelievable pitcher. And his stuff, dude got a lucky hit after that. Like, that'll never happen again. And so Coach wouldn't let me stay out there. And I wanted to, but, things didn't work out the way I wanted to. But I'm happy for Aaron.
Jaden,
what was?
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Jesse.
Jaden, is this the kind of outing that you wanted to get ready for SEC play?
1,000%. Those guys are really good, and I know that my game even has to go better. I have to take this game and learn from it, learn the things that I didn't do good, and take the things that I did do good, and just come up with a game plan and start preparing tomorrow.
Jaden, obviously UTSA comes back and ties the game, and then Gavin reaches on that kind of wild play. What was going through your mind as he's running down the first base line there in the 8th inning?
He was like a cheetah. He was running so fast. When Gavin came up to bat, I pulled, the yard card on him. I just knew something always magical happens when Gavin's in the box, when it's a clutch situation. And the team was all on the bench, and we knew Gavin was going to make something happen.
Did you say the yard card? What's that?
Yeah, the yard card. You get like 1 yard card a game. So you pull it. If a hitter gets a hit, you get it back. But you're saying that person is either going to get a hit or he's going to hit a home run. So basically, I had him hitting a home run. I didn't have anything less than that. What?
Any more questions for Jaden? Thank y'all. Y'all can start with questions for Gavin.
Gavin, David from Rivals, you ever drove in 2 runs on a fielder's choice like that before?
That was the first time in my life that I've ever done that. No, sir.
What are you thinking? Is when you see the ball hit to the second baseman, you just trying to haul butt?
Pretty much, yes, sir. I knew I hit it hard, so I knew there was be a little time to get to first base. So I was just trying to get there as quick as possible.
You think that's the fastest you've probably ever run to first in your life? Or?
Most likely, definitely.
Just kind of talk about, the offense today. It looked like you guys hit some really hard balls out there. It just was, right at these guys, right at the fielders. I mean, just, where are you guys, from an offensive standpoint? Just kind of talk about, how you think you guys did out there.
I think 1 through 9, we have a pretty good lineup at the moment. We hit a lot of balls hard today, a lot of balls hard at people. It's part of the game. It happens, but I have complete and utter confidence in this team, in this lineup. Even the guys on the bench that come off and pinch hit or whatever that may be, or come in and do what they have to do. But I have a lot of confidence in everybody that is on this team, no matter if they start or they come into the game. It's just a really, really good team. And I'm really glad to be a part of it.
Were you at all worried as they reviewed the call there that it was going to get overturned, or were you pretty confident that you'd beat in the throw?
I was pretty confident that I did beat the throw, but obviously that little doubt comes in. If they did overturn it, it kind of make your heart drop. But no, at the same time, I knew I beat the ball. That confidence came right back after that, especially seeing them give the safe call. It was just a big full of joy.
Y'all also got obviously an incredible start from Jaden Hill tonight. what was it like watching him work out there from left field?
It's always fun watching Jaden throw, especially. I mean, I've been doing it since I got here. Obviously, he got hurt last year. I mean, I'm sorry, the year before that, his freshman year. But even when he's been on the mound, it's always awesome to just watch him compete. You know, he's a competitor. He's a bulldog out there, and we love to have him on the mound on Friday nights. So I have complete and utter confidence in him, and just can't wait to get back out there on Friday when he comes back.
Any other questions for Gavin? Thank y'all. All right, y'all can start with questions for Cade.
I guess for starters, Kate, if you could take us through your vantage point on that game-winning play in the 8th there. I mean, you're, I think, at second at the time, maybe first, I can't quite remember. What's going through your mind? Can you take us through it from your point of view?
Yeah, Gavin came up to bat, and obviously he hit it really hard to the second baseman, and I freeze and then get a good read, and as I'm rounding third base, Nolan Cain's sending me, so obviously I'm running as hard as I can trying to score, and it ended up working out. Obviously Gavin was safe, and I'm just happy to be able to score that run for the team.
I mean, what was going through your mind in that moment? Because obviously he hits the ball hard, which makes it maybe a little bit more likely they could turn a double play. What was kind of going through your mind right off the bat there?
Yeah, I kind of peeked over to the second baseman, and I was kind of just trying to see if he was going to make the play. And I saw him catch the ball, but Nolan Cain did a great job. I didn't hesitate. He was sending me the whole way, and I was just it was just a great call by Nolan sending me, and I'm just glad that I was able to help out.
Hey, Cade, it really looked like it was just one of those nights where you guys were getting a lot of hits on balls, and it was just going right at players and going right at their outfielders and their infielders. I mean, just from your vantage point, did you just kind of get the sense that this was just one of those games where your guys were hitting the ball and doing what you were supposed to do, just got unlucky at times?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of quality at bats early in the game, and we had a lot of barrels that just didn't find holes for us. We knew it was going to be a dogfight coming in, and we just came out on top. But yeah, I think we had a lot of hard hit balls that kind of just didn't find holes today. But hopefully tomorrow we can, string some more together and just keep the barrel on the ball.
Cade, what does it say about this team that y'all just never seem, I mean, if y'all get behind, y'all never seem like y'all are behind. You always seem like you're ahead regardless of the score.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have some type of, I guess, swagger to us. We like to go out there and, prove ourselves. Obviously, we had a rough weekend last weekend. So we made it sure that we'd come in, not lose our confidence, and just play like we're capable of doing, which tonight it ended up working out for us.
And what is working so well for you at the plate?
I think I'm just seeing pitches. Obviously, I'm hitting the ball really hard. I think just, being able to recognize pitches right now is a huge plus, and I think that's what's helping my success at the plate.
Did you recognize a certain pitch on that home run in the 6th?
Well, my previous at-bats, obviously, the first inning, I got a lot of curveballs, and unfortunately didn't get the job done for my team with a runner on third base with less than 2 outs. So I got the sense that they were going to keep, working breaking balls early in the count. And I was able to recognize the pitch really early, and I just got a good swing off of it, and it ended up going over.
Any more questions? Thank y'all.